Hello and welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad, and today I'm going to be doing a new brewer for me. This is Triple Point Brewing, and this is the Mochacao, I think. Mochacao Stout Porter at 7.8%. Never heard of a Stout Porter. That's a new one for me. But yeah, new brewer. So I'm looking forward to this. This I got from Priesttown. I got a bunch of the last on the shelves because they have been flying like wild cakes. I don't know why. Apparently there's a big hype around this brewer. Apparently they are really, really good. Bit of dust on them. Yeah, apparently they're really, really good, really, really nice. I've never had them, never heard of them. But hey ho, I guess we'll find out what they're like together. There's some guff on the back. There's quite a lot of guff on the back. So if you don't want to listen, then skip ahead to the cracking of the can. It says, cacao rich smooth, an inspired 50-50 blend of luscious cacao 22, triple chocolate porter and 10-month whiskey barrel aged cathology and bouillon chocolate imperial stout Tinto. I think that's how it's pronounced. The result, a divinely rich, ultimately sensory experience. That's what it says. The result, a divinely rich, ultimately sensory experience. Don't know, that's not really the best English. And then it says, reinventing a historic beer has never been so much fun. It is a vegan-friendly beer. It's also gluten-free for anyone who is either of them. And then, yeah, that's all the guff on the side. Triple Point are from Sheffield, and the canning date was... That's not right, either. It says the canning date was the 1st of the 1st, 24... Well, considering it's 23, I like my, beer time travelled, because why not? Get some future beer. It doesn't actually have a best before date on it, or if it does, I can't see it. No, it doesn't have a best before date on it. I'm assuming maybe the canon date is the best before date. I don't know. Anyway, that's all the guff on the side. Yeah, canon date. 1st of the 1st, 24. Anyway, that's the can art. It's just the name of it, but in big orange-ish letters. It's quite nice. It looks like burning embers on charcoal. Anyway, let's crack it open, see what we got, shall we? Yeah, Stout Porter. Never had a Stout Porter before. I wouldn't even consider mixing the two, because they're two separate beers, but although you get a lot of similarities between them, so I guess we'll find out what it's like. So there's the beer. Yeah, black beer with a mocha head. Don't know if it's my glass or if it's the camera's not picking it up. I don't know if it's my glass or if it's the actual beer, but you know when oil sits on water and you get that rainbowy effect? I've got that with this. I think it's my glass. Although I'm only getting it in the black, so I'm not actually getting it around the top. So I don't know what it is, but it's interesting. Anyway, yeah, looks very nice. Let's get a smell, see what we get, shall we? Coffee, straight away it's coffee. Chocolate as well, dark chocolate. Roasted malts. It is very, very heavy on the coffee. Very heavy. It smells like a fresh brew. It smells really nice. It smells like it'll wake me up. It's mouthful for body and carb, shall we? Body's medium. Carb is very, very light. Wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a bit of a fuller body, but hey ho. It's a big old taste, shall we? Cheers. It's rich. It's very easy to drink. My mind has gone blank. It's velvety. It's very, very smooth, very easy to drink, very, very, very rich. First thing that you get is coffee. That is your main flavour of the beer. It is throughout, and that is all you're going to get. You've got a bit of chocolate in there as well, so it's like a mocha or a macchiato, one of the two. Maybe a bit of both. Maybe that's a Mochacao, I don't know. Anyway, but it tastes like a mocha or a macchiato, chocolatey but coffee, so it's got that sweet kick to it, and it adds that coffee, and it just adds a bit of depth to the actual brew itself. Roasted malts aren't quite strong in this. They're very, very fine, very, very subtle in flavour. It is more chocolate and coffee. It's sort of like an almost milky flavour to it. It's vegan, so it's not milk, it's not lactose, but it's like a bit of milk in your coffee. Chocolatey, like again, chocolatey, a lot of coffee, and it's almost like there's a bit of milk in there as well, just to sort of lighten it up a bit so it's not bitter and dark, because this isn't actually bitter. It's not overly bitter. I was expecting it to be quite bitter and quite harsh, but it's not. It's quite well balanced. Pardon me. It's not that bitter. It's quite. You get the coffee, and the coffee does add the bitter, and it makes it a sort of darker, deeper beer. I mean, it is a stout porter. Stout porter? Yeah, stout porter. It is a stout porter, so it is going to be a dark, rich beer. But that coffee doesn't add any extra unwanted bitterness to it, which you would sometimes tend to get in coffee-heavy orientated beers. But you don't get that here, which is very surprising and very, very nice. Very well done. Now, the main question. Would I be able to tell, without knowing what this is, that it's a stout porter, or would I think it's just one or the other? I'd lean more to the porter side than the stout side. I'd probably be a bit confused, because it's not your typical stout, it's not your typical porter. It's lighter than it should be. From what I've had experience-wise, stouts and porters tend to be quite full on the body, quite heavy to drink, they tend to be quite rich and smooth and luxurious. This is a bit aback from that, so this is not as full on the body, not as heavy, and it's not as rich and luxurious to drink. There's still a sort of... The carb just makes it a bit, not sharp, as in like it's sour, but it adds this sort of, not harshness, but there's a bit of heavier carb on there than there would typically for your stout porter separately. So I don't know if that's been done on purpose, or if that's what happens when you mix your drinks, essentially. But I quite like it. I think it's an interesting little concept, a stout porter, especially what they've done here with the chocolate and the cacao and the coffee and the roasted malts and whatever brewers use as an alternative to lactose. I need to know what that is, because that is very good, because it still adds that milky flavour to it, whether it's oat milk or something along the lines that soy milk. I don't think it's soy milk, you'd be able to tell, but maybe if it's oat milk or almond milk, then, you know, or something along that lines that make it like that, then pardon me, fair play to everyone who's using it, because it's not taken away from the taste. Anyway, I think with that, I'm going to top up and go away and enjoy this beer. So, let me just put that there. Right, so, Triple Point Brewing, Mochacao, I don't know. Anyway, the stout porter at 7.8%. 7.8 is quite hidden as well. I wouldn't guess it normally. So, out of 10, I think that's a nice 9 out of 10. I really like that. I'm very impressed by it. I'm very impressed by Triple Point Brewing for making that. And it's a good intro to their brew and their beer that they make. I have about 3 or 4 different other beers in the fridge from this brewery. Kind of just went all in, because there was one of every beer except one that had 2, but essentially they were selling quick, and the dude who's at Priesttown who sells the beers, he was very, very good at selling it. Like the last ones, everyone's been having them, everyone's been enjoying them, and I can see why, because this is a good beer. So yeah, I got pretty much the last ones from Priesttown. But if you want to, if you've not had this before, I'll leave a link down below for the website where you can pick one up, I think. I'm not sure. I've not checked them out yet. But if you have had it, let me know. Let me know what you think, if you like it. If you don't, if you've not had it, like I said, the link will be down below. If you like the video though, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that usual stuff. If you want to subscribe, consider doing so, because the show must go on, etc., etc., so on and so forth. And I'll see you later. Bye.